Utah fans online. BYU fans warned the Big 12. Like, oh, here's what you're getting. I want to say this. There's a guy like Ivan is a user on a very prominent user in the Utah community. And nice guy. Guy's pretty down the middle. He's the same one that posted the Chris Level video that said that when Level said that Texas Tech could go in there and thump Utah. Well, look what happened. He
had Chris Level's address, didn't even throw it out there.
Correct.
That was very nice of him.
No one burned the house down. I like that guy. I actually went to the Holy War with him last year and learned, wow, I like Utah fans. I like secretly wore a Utah undershirt. There was something about, I'm going to go to Rice Eccles and just try to take it all in and change the narrative. Everybody believes these Utah fans are nasty and ruthless. They did throw trash on the field at the end of that game.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of
that. There was that part. But
some fans would like that, by the way. Some fans would like their fan base to care that much. But. True.
90, and they looked awesome on College Game Day or whatever they call that thing. They looked great, man. There's a portion of listeners right now on the audio platform like, what are they talking about? Utah fans are fine. Then you open Twitter.
Yeah.
When they win, which they have not won a Big 12 game at home yet. They have not.
Not yet. That BYU game was not a conference game last year, so no
BYU has more Big 12 wins at Rice Eccles Stadium than Utah, and Rice Eccles Stadium is the home of the Utah Utes. But you would think that they're the best thing ever. And what's crazy is I don't get how they're so loud, despite walking into the Big 12, getting their ass kicked, and then telling us, well, the Big 12's not even that good. What? How does that make crazy. Any sense whatsoever?
And it still happens. Like, it's still happening. I'm sure it's still happening after this loss to Tech.
I want to like them. I don't get paid to hate them. I want to be friends with all of you. But if there are 15 fan bases who are all united in one thought, and it's like, wow, Utah fans really, really just suck at being nice most of the time.
Yeah. I've never seen a fan base like really lean into their losses more as like a point of pride almost.
SMU, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I saw it again over the weekend. It was like Texas Tech will never have this. And it was just the Rose Bowl with Utah in the end zone. And someone quote tweeted, it was like, I've just never seen a team flex harder on 2 losses than the Utah Utes. Like, and that's great, man. Playing in the Rose Bowl, that's an awesome thing. But like, can we get past that? What was it? 3 and 4 years ago, and you lost both of them, and you won what was clearly an inferior conference, like clearly, because then the Big 12 or the Pac-12 champs come in here and can't win. Like they cannot find ways to win. It's really a bizarre group because they came up to Waco a couple of years ago, and I bumped into a lot of them, and I think I had this very similar experience to you. They all seemed really nice.
Yeah.
In fact, some of them, this was before I was even really doing Locked On Baylor. I hadn't started it fully yet, but I was on the show with JT that week, and they were like, yeah, like literally 3 or 4 of them were like, I saw you on the show with JT this week. I'm happy to see the show start up. Like, they were nice people. And then I see it's like the Green Goblin mask calling to them, the Bird app, man. They just hit the X on their phone, and they just become something else. They become feral.
And again, even in losses, where Kansas State fans are incredible at being like, yeah, I kind of want to die.
Yeah, go follow Kurtz, man. He'll really have the pulse of the fan base. Like, I hate this.
Ema Caleb's like, look, fire me, fire Chris Kleiman, fire the AD, burn the stadium down. Oklahoma State fans, if you're like, hey, Oklahoma State, when they meet Kansas State, they'll each be 2-win teams. The Oklahoma State fans are like, no, where's the other win? Where are either of us winning a game? Yeah. They're super reasonable people. Utah fans still believe that they'll win the Big 12 championship because the Big 12's so poor, because the Big 12's so bad.
Right. And they went through all of that last year, and we're still saying it this summer. Like, that's I just don't know what the connection is. Like,
how do we allow them
stinks and they stink, but they're good?
how did we? It's like when the fans chant overrated after you beat a top 5 team at home. Like, what? That dilutes all the.
Like, okay, you're just bringing yourself down.
Did
there.
Okay. How did we allow them in the offseason to convince the Big 12 that they're good again?
Convince Vegas that they're good again? I don't know.
How crazy is it that? Well, think about this. Any other 5-7 had Kansas gone 5-7 last year, and then beat UCLA, Wyoming, and Cal Poly, they wouldn't have been ranked, And Kansas did go 5-7 last year, by the way. So you're looking at
a better 5-7 too.
How did we allow in the offseason Joel Klatt to go, I think Utah's going to be good, and then the entire country puts them in their top 25?
Buying Utah. It looks like the stockroom floor. Buy Utah.
And now they got to be top 25 and host Texas Tech in a massive matchup, and they lost. I'm not sure, but I'll say this
about that, Utah fans, by the way.
But I'll say this:
game and losing. Yeah,
I know BYU fans hate it. The nasty BYU fan liars, by the way. It's a Tony Altimore quote.
Yeah,
I know that most fan bases in the Big 12 hate it, and Kansas State fans who are so reasonable, Oklahoma State fans are looking at them on that app, going, "What is wrong with you?" Even Texas Tech fans who are funny and have good banter, like, why are you taking this way too? Don't post my address.
Yeah, it's like this isn't fun anymore. We're having fun here.
But I'll leave it with this. I respect it. I respect the hell out of it. They packed that stadium out. They believe their team's going to win every week. They think their team is so much better than yours. They believe they're a top 25 school. At 5-7, they were a quarterback away from winning the Big 12 championship. That is a level of delusion the Big 12 lacks. And thus, they are the most important fan base in this conference because no one stirs the pot. No one stirs the pot. Everyone's normal. Everyone's nice. And then you get on that godforsaken app and you read a singular tweet from a Utah fan. It's like, yeah, I want every other Big 12 fan beheaded.
Are they our Ohio State just without the serial winning?
They're Texas. They're circa 2021 Texas. You just lost to Kansas, and for some reason, it's the fault of the Big 12.
That part I understand. The thing where I draw the line with Texas fans, though, is if Texas isn't good, they'll like give up, and they'll just be like, well, this sport stinks anyway. We live in Austin.
Yeah.
And like Salt Lake City seems like a pretty nice town, and they're never like that. Utah fans aren't like that. They're like they're still in the mud with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it really well as per usual. But UT fans will just be like, well, we're UT and we live in Austin, and this sport stinks anyway. And then they'll just bring up some crap of like NIL's ruined the sport anyway. And then when they got really good, they were like, we're the hub of college football again. And all of a sudden,
have fun driving back to Waco.
All of a sudden you got 15 new followers on Instagram, or people that you follow on Instagram who are suddenly Texas Longhorn fans. That's not the case with Utah. Utah will find an excuse for everything, but they're never giving up, like your original point there. They're not packing it in on a season ever. So that's where I give them a little bit more respect, I guess, than UT fans.
I give them credit for stirring the pot, ultimately stirring the pot. It's
fun to have them. It is fun to have them.
For a very small portion of Saturday, right after the game, it was the sect of Utah fans who were like, oh, it was the ref's fault. Texas Tech, 14 penalties for 122 yards. Utah, 2 penalties, $10.
And won by 24 points, by the way.
It's always something.
Points.
Big 12 refs. Give me this truck stop poverty conference. Going to be back to the Big 10 where we belong.
Yeah, sure there.
Maybe BYU fans are right all along. That's Cameron Stewart at Real Cam Stewart. This has been It Always Will Be. It was a crossover of Locked On. Thanks for making our shows your first listen every single day. It's Baylor and Dose Grande.